This is Snake. Can you hear me? Good. The mission is simple. Put your geek pants on and infiltrate Foxhound. If you need backup, contact Ken and Chris on their codec frequency. Ready? Snake out.
Yeah, actually announced a really cool looking Zelda game today. They're remaking Link's Awakening.
Ooh.
For the Switch, and it looks incredible.
Oh, I haven't even seen it. I have not.
The video just came out today. Just came out today, and also, what's it called? Left Alive. Left Alive is coming out. It takes place in the Front Mission universe, Square Enix's Front Mission.
I'm not familiar.
But
or I mean, I probably if I look at it, like I Google it, and
yeah.
Wrong.
The whole game is designed by Yoji Shikawa, who did all the Metal Gear games. And it plays almost identical to Metal Gear.
Oh, speaking of Metal Gear.
Looks awesome.
That video that you uploaded on our group chat.
Yes.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's absolutely nuts.
Will uploaded that.
Oh, Will. Yes. Sorry. Hey, Will. Good show. Good show.
Will Tenave is a good man.
He is a very good man.
Mm-hmm. No, that video was nuts.
I forgot all about that. I was like, I don't even remember. And then halfway through, I'm like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And I remember like
I'll put a link down below so you can see the video.
And I remember like Will said it, and I agreed with him. Like when I first saw that ending, I remember just being like, this is fucked. This is so crazy. This is so nuts. And then you look outside. You look out on any window, any TV screen.
That's our
and you're
world.
Just like, this is where we're at now.
I know, and that was 2001, before any social media. Like Kojima saw it coming.
No, there was what, Merc? I think Merc is actually before 2001.
Little horny 60-year-old. Age, sex, location? It's funny.
So,
Merc.
It was there, just in the most basic forms. But yeah, that was nuts. Yeah, the link would be awesome because I can't wait for part 2. I really can't wait for part 2. But yeah, fucking nuts.
Crazy.
And now, for something totally different, The Quiet Place or Hereditary? What are we starting with? Because this is a 2-part episode.
I was thinking,
guys.
yeah.
It's a 2-part episode. We're not playing this game where we're going to go, oh, we're with the same clothes. 2-part episode. Film it back to back. Spread them out by a week.
I think we'll do Hereditary first.
I think you just want to do that because you liked The Quiet Place better, so you're, in your mind, saving the best for last.
I'm saving the best for last because I feel like it's a better segue into the announcement of what we're doing in March.
Yeah, actually. All right.
Okay.
All
right.
But before we go any further, your name is Kenneth Lee Levitsky, correct?
Is it?
Or is it Kenneth Frederick Levitsky?
That's the one.
Fredericks with an S?
Frederick Lee.
So anyway,
Yeah,
Kenneth Lee Levitsky. That's your name, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Nice shirt, by the way. That's super.
This is Sinkovich.
That's the Sinkovich shirt.
That's the Sinkovich shirt.
Bitchin'.
Chris Mercer.
Oh my god.
But no, this is Ryan.
Oh, maybe next time don't say it with a question mark.
Ryan. When's the last time I actually said your middle name out loud?
I don't. But yet I know yours like that.
Because you hear my mom say it all the time. Kenneth Lee.
Oh yeah, that's right. She used to say that. Right? That's right, James Frederick Levitsky. That was.
I didn't have the option to hear your.
That was the one I heard the most. Oh yeah, how could you?
Yeah.
Chris, I gotta go back.
Chris, what's your middle name?
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, it's
happy
birthday. Yeah, my birthday was a month ago. Thanks, Mom. It's Christmas time, just so you know. Since my birthday's in November.
Yeah.
So.
I'm happy I got it right though, because if I got it wrong, that would have just been embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know how badly I would have let you have it though.
Yeah, but I got it right, so we don't have to worry about that.
That's right.
But before we hop into Hereditary, I just want to quickly say that I finished Titans.
Okay, so knowing that it was a cliffhanger ending, did that help you?
The ending didn't bug me at all.
Really?
Because I've watched other shows where the ending's more of a cliffhanger than that.
See, because I feel like because the way they built it up, if that was the way it ended for me and I didn't know, I told you, I was like,
it was a weird final episode for the season, though.
I think that's part of it. So knowing that it was cliffhangers kind of what helped it. But okay, so so you watched it, all right?
I watched it.
Did you watch this before Punisher, or did you watch Punisher?
I still watch Punisher.
Yeah, me either.
I just feel like I'm not really in a rush anymore because Netflix is going to cancel it anyway.
I think I'm just waiting until they do the announcement and cancel it.
And then apparently Hulu is talking about picking up all the Netflix shows, and then I'm like, well, we don't have Hulu. What? Like, Netflix plays our Hulu shows in Canada, so is it just going to come back to Canada, Netflix? Like, it's such a stupid situation.
You know what? And I'm actually kind of waiting, just because, like, they did that announcement of all those animated shows. They all sound stupid. They all sound fucking stupid.
What is up with that, The Offenders? Oh, we're going to get 4 characters you don't give a shit about, animate them, and then they're going to join forces.
Oh, well, we're also going to get one about MODOK.
Yeah.
Who's an evil scientist genius.
Because I've always wanted a full show of MODOK.
With his family.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then Tigra, and who's the other one? Howard the Duck, and then there's...
Howard the Duck is the other one. Tigra and...
I think it's another...
Mockingbird? I can't remember. But I just remember they said, like, Chelsea Handler, and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Howard the Duck I'm going to check out because it's been... Kevin Smith's the showrunner.
Oh! When's the last time he's put out something good?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Kevin Smith, but seriously.
But
I know it's subjective.
In all fairness, he hasn't really tackled comedy in a while either. He's been doing these weird horror things.
Tusk? The premise alone, and this is a guy that who barely finished House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
Okay? Barely finished it. And when I say finished it, I meant I watched a chunk of it, had to take a break, watched the other chunk, took another break, and then finished it off and was like, whoa, wow, oof, that is some heavy shit.
That movie's fucked.
It is. It's not even that it's scary, because like I've said this to a couple of people
disturbing. Before,
and they're just like, oh, you just don't like horror flicks. I love horror flicks. I love being scared and being creeped out and just that feeling of unease, and we'll talk about it in these movies. What I don't like is disturbing imagery for the sake of having disturbing imagery. Right. Like, if I'm looking at it and my brain is going, you should never have seen that in your entire life. You should have gone your entire life and never seen what you just saw. I need 20 minutes to piece it together just so you're not crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucked up that my brain had to do that.
That movie's so messed up.
And I did mushrooms. Okay? I did mushrooms. I tripped balls on mushrooms. I've had some good trips. I've had some horribly bad trips. That movie fucked me up. I think that movie might have fucked me up harder than any drug I've ever done in my entire life. I've only done a handful, just so we're clear.
Yet, Devil's Rejects is amazing.
Well, what it was Bags of Money.
Yeah. And now he's doing 3 from Hell. I'm like, oh, I hope it's more Devil's Rejects than House of a Thousand Corpses.
Even if it's kind of like it meets in the middle, that'll be all right.
It'd be okay.
But like, I think we talked about this before. Devil's Rejects was literally like they just threw money at him and went, just do what we want. Yeah. Just make the movie we want. And he went, okay. Yeah. All right. Because then I'll get to do Halloween. Let me do Halloween. They're like, yeah, I don't fucking care. Just do the movie we want. Yeah. All right.
And he did Halloween, all right.
Devil's Reject was really good.
That's his best film.
I actually didn't watch it for the longest time because I'm like, it's a prequel too, isn't it? Or is it a sequel?
It's a sequel.
It is a sequel.
Sequel.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, because fucking...
But it's more of like a Western thriller than a horror movie.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, I think you watched it and told me, yeah, it's not House of a Thousand Corpses. And then I went, okay, I'll watch it. Because I was like, there's no...
I mean, he only has one kind of... It's not even that disturbing because I've seen him many times where, like, one of them's wearing a face, like the skin off someone's face.
Yeah, but I mean, I watched that in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And even then...
That doesn't really bug me
The only time it's really creepy is when it's Dwight wearing the fucking mannequin's face. Or the CPR doll. When he's wearing that thing, that's god-awfully creepy. That's god-awfully creepy. So, yeah. Okay. We got off...
Speaking of god-awful creepy.
But anyway, so, yes, god-awful creepy?
God-awful creepy. Hereditary.
Oh, not god-awful, though.
Well, no, it's creepy.
Oh, man, is it ever creepy?
But yeah, no, Titans I enjoyed. Yeah. Titans, I enjoyed it. But it was strange. I felt... I was like, I'm liking this, but it feels weird to me. Like, it's so just dark and gloomy, and it has a very 90s feel to it.
I gotta put a pause on this, just because I feel like we could devote an episode to it.
We could. And I think we will.
I think we should.
I
think we should.
We should.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's...
Because, we'll get to the...
Did you get, like, a 90s feel from it, though?
Okay, I don't know what you mean by 90s feel.
Just like...
Because I didn't see anybody with the slap wrists,
no,
the high
but
tops.
just, like, the music and just the settings. Like the opening scene. Boom, 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 boom. I felt like I'm watching a 90s superhero show.
No, that actually felt like Blade.
Blade.
Felt like 99 Blade.
Yeah.
Because that was all techno.
Yeah.
That whole soundtrack was all techno. That was kind of the vibe I got from it, which could explain why it was surprisingly gory. Yeah.
So there you go. We'll do a Titans episode in April.
Titans episode in April. At some point, we'll do Daredevil. I think the reason why we're not doing Daredevil is because it still hurts.
I feel like if I did Daredevil right now, I'll just be ripping apart Netflix.
That's what I mean. Like it's still tender.
The whole time.
I actually have just recently stopped rewatching the series.
Yeah.
Just because. It's hard because you get to the third season and you're like, man, this is so fucking good. This is so fucking good. And like I said, but you don't get to see Daredevil in the way you should.
Mm-hmm.
And
apparently we were going to.
Of course we were.
Hereditary, Chris.
Hereditary, Ken.
I have one more thing to talk about. We'll move that over to Quiet Place.
Yes, whatever.
Okay.
Or wherever this ends up.
Wherever it happens, yeah.
Yeah, so you had said that this is a hauntingly creepy, slow burn movie.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I have to say, and I gotta commend them for this, is the way they cut those trailers. You have no fucking idea what you're in for with this movie.
You don't, and lots of spoilers are coming.
Massive spoilers.
Yeah.
But like,
the characters that you think are the lead characters are not the lead characters.
Even just the premise of the movie. Like, they make it seem like it's a mother-daughter thing.
Yeah.
And I guess, and it is.
It is.
It is, but not in the way they present it.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's so, like, I gotta say, I actually almost actively hate trailers. And I've been doing this for a long time where it gets to a point where I don't watch trailers. Right? And I think I've been doing that since I was, like, a kid. Because actually, I remember saying, like, I'm not watching any more trailers. And you're like, what? You gotta watch trailers. I'm like, I can't watch any more trailers, man. And now it's almost
I'm just weak.
But now it's almost like you have to be careful what trailers you watch, right?
You know what I miss? I miss before the internet age when we went to a theater. When we
we
were like, oh, Ninja Turtles is coming out. Let's go watch it. And then you sit down and watch Ninja Turtles. And then you got a preview Jurassic Park, a movie you didn't even knew existed. And you're just like, oh!
Yeah, then you're like, why am I watching this movie?
Like, and that was your trailer. I mean, you saw it. You couldn't rewatch it.
Because I remember when we talked about this, and you had said, like, you remember when they first started showing trailers on TV?
Yeah.
And I was like, because it's been so part of everyday life that when you think about it, you're like, yeah, that's right, actually. It came a time, there was literally a time where the only time you saw trailers was before the fucking movie started that you were watching.
At the theater, and that was it. And then that was it. You kept that in your mind. You're like, I'm going to watch that movie. And then months later, you go watch that movie. You didn't watch any more trailers.
Yeah.
Unless you went to watch another movie and that trailer was in front of it again.
That's right. And they didn't have 5 trailers.
No.
Although, while we're talking about trailers, I actually hate the trailer for the trailer.
Oh, the new thing of trailers for trailers.
Where they go, the first 5 seconds, they go, hey, this is the trailer for the trailer that you have to see.
Yeah.
One quick thing of Spider-Man floating in the air, and then it's just like, Spider-Man, Far From Home. Then you watch the trailer, and you're like...
But that's before the real trailer.
Why would you do that?
Usually 2 days before that, you got a teaser trailer for the teaser trailer that's coming out in a couple days that's going to have a trailer in front of it. It's like, in 5 days, we're going to show you this trailer. 5 days later, you're like, yeah. It's like, now we're about to show you the trailer.
Then you watch the trailer, and it's 5 extra seconds. Because the rest of the shit that you already saw leading up to was almost like piece by piece. So thank you, Hereditary. The fucking preview cuts of Hereditary were absolutely incredible because, like, I started watching this movie, and I was immediately sucked in. Mm-hmm. Partly because I'm a sucker for Toni Collette.
She's an amazing, amazing actress.
And she's incredibly underrated.
She's so underrated.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody go, Toni Collette, amazing actress. Mm-hmm. And I go, no. If I see Toni Collette, I will watch it because I know at least she's going to be good. And most of the time she picks good roles. Mm-hmm. She was even good in My Sister's Shoes, which is a garbage movie with Cameron Diaz. It's fucking garbage.
I've never heard of that one.
Don't watch it.
But you know what? Yeah, no, she's usually the stand-up of any movie she's in.
She's so good.
I watched her TV show, The United States of Terror.
Oh, yes.
What an amazing show.
So good.
Split personality. That was such a great role for her.
And just darkly comic take on it that I was like, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
And the other thing I always forget, she's British.
Yeah, right.
She's like Tom Holland British, where you're just like, how the fuck do you even sound American? You're so British. How is that even possible? But anyway, so Toni Collette is amazing, but like I just love how it's immediately like, boom, mother dies, right? With the grandparents of these kids. And that's how the story starts. And it's just this weird thing where...
And the creepy imagery?
Oh!
Like that one scene near the beginning where she turns off her light, her mother's there in the corner.
Yeah.
And then she's just staring at her mother, and she turns the light back on, the mother's gone. It's just like... And I got chills.
I got chills from that too, and I remember I was just like, oh my god, okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna make of this movie, but even just the weird shit she's making, those dioramas.
Yeah.
And that was her thing, making a book about dioramas. And I remember just being like, wow, that is fucking weird, right? And they're constantly alluding to previous times when Toni Collette's character goes nuts, like tried to kill her kids, that kind of thing, and you're just kind of like, oh, what is going on here? And they're really like making it. I got a Babadook vibe from this.
Okay.
Because they're making it out to be the mom who's nuts. Like Toni Collette's character, who's crazy. And it's just now her craziness is coming back again. And nobody knows how to handle it. Like, even the husband is just almost, like, exasperated. Gabriel Byrne, what up?
Man, I love that guy.
I fucking love him, too. I've rewatched The Usual Suspects a couple of times, and I gotta tell you, every time I watch it, it does not hold up as well as it did the first time around. But if it wasn't for that cast, I don't think I could keep rewatching it. No. But Gabriel Byrne, what was it, Judgment Day? He's the fucking devil.
Oh, End of Days.
End of Days, that's right.
End of Days, yeah, fighting Schwarzenegger.
So bad. Jericho Kane, is that what his name was?
Jericho Kane. Jericho Kane. It took the devil to beat Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then even then, he didn't.
Didn't do it. Yeah.
The Gabriel Byrne is so great. I actually hadn't seen him in a while, so I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I didn't even know he's in the fucking movie because the trailers didn't show him.
Yeah. You know, in the trailers, I wasn't even really paying attention to the cast because I was just, like, blown away by the cinematography. And that just continues over into the movie. Like, the shots in this movie, cinematographer is Paweł Pogorzelski.
Check this out. This is for you.
Man.
Pogorzelski.
And Ari Aster, the writer-director, this is his first film.
Yeah, like, I read that and I couldn't get over that one. I was just like, are you fucking...
To you and Powell, you put together one of the most beautiful horror movies I've seen in years.
Oh,
like,
man.
Straight up, I mean, we're going to talk about A Quiet Place, and out of the two, and I mean, really, they're not, like, I like it all.
No.
So it's kind of silly for me to compare them, but A Quiet Place was more up my list of favorites last year, but Hereditary, the way that movie is put together, that is probably the best looking outside of Into the Spider-Verse. The best movie I saw in 2018.
Visually.
Like, the shots.
Yeah, I'd actually have to agree.
They blew me away.
Like, he's got such a good eye. Like, I couldn't get over that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, like, I kept trying to, like, even just, like, because I had said, like, I got a Babadook feel from it. What I really liked was that there were times, like, even in wide shots, this movie still felt very claustrophobic. And that was one of the things that I really liked about Babadook, was that it was a very claustrophobic movie.
Yeah.
You know? It was really... I mean, yeah, there's a lot of really tight shots and stuff like that, but in this one, wide shots were just incredible. The build and the pacing was just like to know that this was his first movie that he directed, the level of confidence that he had to just sit back and go, no, this is the story we're going to tell. And this is the pace we're going to tell it at. Mm-hmm. And if anybody says otherwise, I'm just going to tell them to go fuck themselves. You know what I mean? Like, for the movie company, to just be like, just do it, is incredible. But for him to have that confidence and to be able to stick the landing because when I got to the climax of the flick, I was like, holy fuck. Like, holy fuck.
And you get that moment, like, more than once in the movie, too.
And they keep, because they build the story.
Yeah.
You know, they start, here's the main premise, then they go here, then they hit you with one gut punch that nobody saw coming. I don't care who the fuck you are, you did not see that coming. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, me too. Me too. Like, I was reclined on my chair, like, legs out, just watching, and then that happened, and I popped the chair down, and I sat up, and I was just like, whoa.
I was watching it on my phone, because that way I could use the headphones.
Okay.
Right? Because it was late at night.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, and then boom, I was like, paused it, put it down, I was like, what the I can't believe that happened. And then played it, and then the whole sequence after that, I was like, I can't even, and like, oh, man.
We'll dig into that scene.
Yes,
more in
we'll
a second.
dig into that. But
I want to talk about the young
way
cast
that
here.
that goes. Like, I'm just saying, like, just to reiterate, just the confidence for him to be able to go, this is where we're going, and then to get to that ending where that's a fucked ending.
It
that
was
is
very
a fucked up ending.
It was very Sixth Sense in the way that I had no idea what to expect.
Exactly.
Like, just when I think I'm getting a handle on what's happening, the rug's pulled from underneath me, and I'm just like, I'm lost again.
And then he does this where he goes, it's okay, man. Come back.
Yeah.
Come back in. Oh, fuck you! And then finally at the climax, same thing. No. And you're just like an idiot. You're
hit
just
me
like,
twice already, but okay.
All right, man. I don't know what it is about you. And then you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, you were, what were you getting at? The young cast. Yeah, the young cast is incredible.
Alex Wolff is Peter, and Miley Shapiro is Charlie. That young girl.
I thought it was Millie.
Is it Millie?
I just assumed it was Millie based on the spelling, though.
Okay, maybe it's Millie. We'll go with Millie. Millie Shapiro.
Either way, incredible. Also, she sings like crazy. She's a ridiculously good singer.
Yeah.
Perfect casting. I gotta say, like, I hate to say this, but the way she looks, perfect for this movie. Just that off-kilter appearance to her. I don't want to say she's ugly, because who the fuck am I to judge, right? But not conventional appearance at all.
Definitely not conventional.
You know?
And I like it that, like, she wasn't starring as a character that in the movie they say, oh, she's got facial, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Disfiguration.
They don't say anything. That's just how she is.
That's just how she is.
That's just how she was born. They don't say anything like.
And I like that.
You know what? Now that you mentioned that, that is a really nice touch, because, like, I almost feel like these days they have to say that. It's kind of interesting because, like, because Quiet Place, the oldest daughter, is similar in that the appearance isn't conventional.
Right.
She's not like your drop dead gorgeous kind of whatever. And I know it's weird to say for young girls, but I mean, that's the way totally. Like, you watch Mean Girls, and they're all, like, 16, 17-year-olds, and you're just like, I shouldn't have a boner. and I didn't. And I didn't. But anyway, yeah. But even just the acting. Like you're saying, the young cast is phenomenal.
The acting altogether, from all of them, I mean...
Every single person in this
Toni blows away everyone else, but still.
But for the others to hold their own.
Yeah.
Like Millie and, what's his name?
Alex.
For those two to hold their own, and in some scenes actually own the scene.
Yeah.
You know, like Millie's more of the quiet, understated, but there's that weirdness to her that she just sells like that. And then Alex's character... You really feel him breaking down.
Oh, yeah. Like,
you know?
He's just getting shattered.
Like, right from the beginning, you know he's dealing. He's coping. He's smoking pot the whole time, so he's not really coping. And then, when the first big whoa happens, he's finished. he is fucked for the rest of the movie.
Well, that was
There's
the thing. Like,
saving him.
I thought Charlie was the main. I thought the whole story was going to revolve around her. Alex was just the brother who was there.
Exactly. And the way they played it, they made it seem like the like when you watch the movie and you find out that the grandmother dies, which is Toni Collette's mom.
Yeah.
Then you start thinking, oh, so this is just a possession movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a possession movie. The grandmother is trying to possess the kids.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, she's just trying to like kill the brother to get to the sister, right? Mm. That's not what happens at all. It is fucking crazy, the shit that they're pulling in this movie. And man.
Yeah, the scene we're talking about is a horrible car ride where Charlie's having an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Her brother's rushing her to the hospital.
Brother takes her to a party that he shouldn't have been at the first place.
No, but the mother made him take her too.
But she didn't realize the level of party that he was at. She also didn't realize that he was going to leave his sister at this party to do whatever the fuck she wanted while he went to go off and...
Was it peanut butter or something she had? She's
peanuts.
Not allergy,
it was
right?
peanuts, and so she ends up throat closing. So he's racing to get her to the hospital, and it gets to a point where now she's literally hanging her head out the window of the car
trying to breathe.
And the whole time I was just like, oh my god, this is intense. Like I was like, this is intense. And then
something like an animal runs.
Animal shows up on the road. He swerves and smacks his sister into a fucking tree. Yeah. Or no, hydropole. That's right, hydropole.
Decapitated. Boom. Her head's gone.
Head is off.
Her headless body is still in the car.
And he, in complete shock, drives home.
Yeah.
Parks the car.
Leaves the body in there.
Goes up to bed, and goes to sleep.
And then the next morning...
So, right away, heads off. I'm like, oh. Pause the movie. I'm like, because they made it seem like it was kind of like a battle between Toni Collette and Millie Shapiro.
Exactly.
They kind of made that in the trailers. That's what it was going to be like. Then they take her off the board, just like that. Mm-hmm. There was no build. It was just done.
Gone.
Sickening thud.
Everything you thought rolls. This movie was about fooled you.
And I was like, oh. Then I press play and I watch him pull in the car. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? He's just gonna go, holy fuck. And like part of you, most people's first reaction is, what the fuck are you doing that for? Well, you gotta. But then my immediate reaction after that was like, yeah, but I don't know what I would do in that situation because once shock hits, and he sold and then when Toni Collette's like mom screaming, you know what I mean, and they show that
all that scream, and then they do the shot of the head.
They show their head like all the insects and shit. I was like, oh my god, because like I didn't realize the head was off.
Yeah.
Until that shot, and then I was like, oh my god, that is horrifying, and. Like, even when she's trying to understand what happened, you know what I mean? Like, but they're doing this thing where she's sleepwalking, and she used to sleepwalk. She, like the Gabriel Byrne, the husband, father, would find her, like, almost trying to kill her kids type of thing, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? But you're like, okay, but they're dealing with deaths now. Mother's gone, and now the daughter's gone. And we start finding out the relationship between her and her mother was really fucking strained. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, she would let Millie or Charlie play with Grandma, but not the son. And we're trying to figure out why that is. And then we meet the grandmother's best friend.
Yes.
And right away I'm like, she's weird. There's weird.
Something off with this woman.
Something super weird about this woman.
Name, but yeah.
And then they talk about the seance. Mm-hmm. Now you can talk to Charlie. And I was like,
and that was just open the door.
So ultimately, we'll just rush ahead a little bit, just because there's so much more I want to talk about. But ultimately, the whole point of this was so that the spirit of, what the hell was that? Baphomet?
Yeah.
Baphomet.
Something like that, yeah.
To inhabit Alex Wolff's character's body. Mm-hmm. They were, it was even a little bit more fucked up than that. Like, Charlie had to die.
There was a whole list.
Oh, yeah. It was, everything was to break him down to the point where he would just give up, and then that was it.
Well, yeah, because, Gabriel Byrne got burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, Gabriel Byrne got
toasted.
That was
throws the
another
bucket
one.
of fire, and he just goes...
Yeah, because then you don't realize that she was also holding gasoline.
And they showed that fire scene in the trailer, and I didn't know that.
Exactly, I didn't know that was him either. And then I remember just being like, "Oh my god," And then while he's burning, they just show her that she was also holding the gasoline, and you're just like, "Jesus fucking Christ! Like this is insane."
Mm-hmm.
So like they take the dad off the board, they take Charlie off the board.
So now Peter's just breaking down more.
He's breaking down more, but he's still looking at it like his mom is doing all this.
Yeah, he thinks it's all his mom.
And then when they kill her.
But the lead up to that, and again, this comes back to the friggin' cinematography.
Exactly.
Like he walks into the living room, and she's crawling up on the corner, and then he turns around and looks, and she's gone. And while they're holding the shot of him looking, she shoots out of the friggin' shadows behind him.
Like, holy fuck!
Chases him up the friggin' stairs. He goes up into the attic, and she's doing that friggin' headbanging on the ceiling.
Exactly. Like, it's just nuts. And, like, because she's fucked because subconsciously all she's trying to do is make sure that her mom can't get her kid to do that weird fucking soul transferal. And the worst part is, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. Baphomet, or whatever the fuck his name was, wins. You get that weird shot in the fucking...
in the treehouse?
In the treehouse, they're all naked.
All naked.
They're all naked. None of them look good, by the way. They're all unappealing. They're not Chris Mercier's and Kevin Levitsky's at all.
I mean... No.
Not one of them.
No.
Not one of them.
As I said, there was that guy in the corner. You're like, no. No.
There was that dude in the corner, but that's okay.
Go on.
Not going to finish that statement.
Yeah.
He was gross. I think he was the grossest. But anyway. But yeah. So they end it with him fucking waking up. Like, he falls out of the building. Like, he goes to jump, kills himself. That was it. That's all they needed. They needed him to kill himself so that they go, poof, you're in.
Yeah. Then
he wakes up. Boom, he's a god.
Toni Collette, like, chopping off her own head.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
Like, and the movie does this, and then, like, they show the head of Charlie, like, getting eaten, and you're like, oh my god, that's horrible. But then immediately ramps it up. Lights Gabriel Byrne on fire, then you got that weird, like, cat and mouse thing between mother and son, and then, yeah, she cuts her own fucking head off, and she's like, this is fucking crazy.
Well, levitating. Like, it was just...
Whoa.
Unbelievable.
Like an actual scary movie, this one is a better scary movie than A Quiet Place.
Well, this is more horror, I think.
Yeah, this is more horror, whereas, like...
Quiet Place to me is like it's a thriller.
That's what I even said to Michelle. I was like, you know what? This is more of a suspenseful thriller with some scary parts to it, but nothing like this. Like, she said, hey, Chris, I want to watch Hereditary. I'd be like, are you sure you want to do that? Because,
The amazing thing about Hereditary and Quiet Place, though, is there's no jump scares. Not once did I jump. However, I was covered in friggin' chills the entire time.
Oh, man. Both, yeah, I agree.
They're creepy. They're both creepy.
I agree. There's no jump scares, which is so refreshing. Like, and I'm not saying jump scares should be abolished. Okay?
No, they got their place in horror movies. But when a horror movie depends on the jump scare to be scary...
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. When it's a lot of gotchas, eventually the gotchas don't work. Because then you're just like, and 2, and 3, and gotcha! Oh, look at that, I called it! Woo!
So when you look at Babadook and It Follows and all those type of, like, lower indie horror films, The Witch is a lot like
And I haven't seen The Witch yet.
So I won't say anything about it, but if you like Hereditary, watch The Witch. But those movies don't have jump scares. They have atmosphere.
I'll give you an example of a movie that had great jump scares. It.
Yes.
Chapter 1, excellent jump scares. Yes. Excellent use of them, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, like, the initial jump scare was, like, the beginning of, now we're getting into a really fucking scary scene.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, gotcha. It was like, gotcha, but no, I'm not letting go. You know?
Whereas The Conjuring movies are all jump scares.
And they're making millions because they're such a low budget.
House.
Yeah. I mean, good for them because it made
they're not bad movies.
Hey, James Wan, go ahead and direct this movie.
They're not bad at all. I prefer the Insidious movies over the Conjuring ones, but...
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, like, start to finish, I didn't know what to expect. When I got to the finish, I still was like, I can't believe I just watched this. Like, I can't believe that this is how they ended this. I can't believe that there's not going to be a sequel. Like, I almost would watch a sequel just to see what happens now with the new god, or demon, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's just like, but at the same time, it's like, well, what do you do, right?
This is left to the imagination now, right?
And that's probably why it's stayed with me so long, because it's just like, ooh. And, man, is that ever a gut punch of an ending?
It's like Cabin in the Woods. I would love to see that story continue because of the way it ends.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, it's like...
it's so perfect.
Right, exactly.
You know, like...
Fuck, I gotta watch that movie again, because that was another one of those ones where I was just like, I like how you immediately start and you're just like, okay, alright, and then within the first half hour you're like, something's up.
Yeah, that was another movie where, like, everything you expected, no.
Something's really up about this, and then once they literally tell you exactly what's going on, it still doesn't prepare you for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
You know? It's right up there with Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, I love that. I want a sequel to.
That I want a sequel to.
They could do a sequel.
They could totally do it.
I don't want it.
I don't know why they wouldn't, because like that one I thought that's another one where I didn't know what to expect, but I just watched it on a whim and I was like, man, this is delightful.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's so fucking funny. It was so good.
Oh. Wow.
What else do we got for notes here, pal?
I got nothing, man. All I did this time was a simple. I was going all off the brain.
I can't get over. I really can't get over how this movie was laid out. There's nothing bad about this movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm not even looking at it like, if you liked The Babadook, you'll like this movie. Because The Babadook, you'll either like it or you won't.
There's a lot of people, like, a lot of the horror community hate that movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's a horror flick, though. I think
it's
that's more of a psychological thriller.
It is, with a horror icon as the villain.
It's got a horror bent to it, yes. Because the Babadook itself is iconic.
Horrifying.
Ugh.
Horrifying.
I would say horrifying. I would say that one's just more of like a real...
It's not even so much the look either, it's the voice.
Yeah.
He's a
It's
like, just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Like my nuts just crawled inside me. I'm doing the voice. Yeah. My whole body knows it's me, but it's like, no, we're gonna go inside you just to be safe.
Why would you do that? Why would you bring that up? Yeah, that's all I got for notes for Hereditary. It's fantastic.
It is so good, though.
Also, you know what? What really pisses me off is that horror movies are overlooked during Academy Awards and any award show because they look down on horror movies.
Which I don't get.
Yet, Toni Collette deserves a nomination for her role here. Just like friggin' James McAvoy deserved a nomination for Split.
Exactly.
Totally ignored him.
I don't but what is their parameters? Like, why is it that they're not part of it?
They just don't. I mean, outside, I think, maybe Exorcist, Rosemary's Baby, like very few horror movies have ever been looked at seriously.
And I would argue, and I would win, because I have a valid point.
Yes.
I would argue, like, a movie like Hereditary can actually stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder, if you will, with The Exorcist, with Rosemary's Baby. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think part of it is they look down on it. They look at it like it's gore. Yeah. As soon as they see horror, they go, we don't need all this blood and guts. Yeah. Because I mean, like, action movies don't get nominated for best movie of the year.
No, but then those aren't really putting up performances either, like really good ones.
I don't know. I mean,
what's a really good, like, that deserves a nomination performance you've seen in an action movie?
Well, it could just be, like, because I'm a sucker for it, but, like, I'd have to say, like, Matt Damon in Bourne Identity. because you hadn't seen him do anything like that before, and you instantly believe him as a full-on ass kicker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like instantly. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
You literally go, "Hey, that's Good Will Hunting," to "Holy shit!" You don't. No longer do you go, "Hey, that's Good Will Hunting." You go, "That's Jason Bourne."
Yeah.
And now you have a hard time doing Jason Bourne movies because you go, "But that's not Matt Damon." You see what I mean? I would say that's one of those ones.
Yeah.
You know.
See, now I love Jason Bourne. I love his performance as Jason Bourne, but I don't think it has like that deepness to it that he did in Good Will Hunting.
I'm not saying he acts better in The Bourne Identity than he does in Good Will Hunting. I'm not saying that at all.
And Matt Damon is often just Matt Damon. I mean,
or Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, I almost wish you didn't say that, because now it's just kind of like...
He's going to bug you, because you can look at all the action movies on this track, and I can tell you right now, probably none of them are deserving of an Academy Award. Yet...
What about Wonder Woman?
They're fun. Yeah, great movie. I don't think Gal Gadot was good enough for an actress nomination.
Yeah, I know, I'm like
Toni Collette.
Just trying to think. Yeah, yeah, that's actually...
I mean, Emily Blunt, we're going to talk about in A Quiet Place. Her performance in A Quiet Place is insane. Another one that could get a nomination. Yeah, I love her the most in Edge of Tomorrow, and I don't think that performance deserves a nomination.
You know what, I was even trying to, look at it I'm trying to look at it as objectively as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Or subjectively? Subjectively. No, objectively. So, And, I would even, say... Mission Impossible Fallout is probably the best acted for Tom Cruise in the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I couldn't say that that's an Oscar-winning performance.
Right. It's not Jerry Maguire or Magnolia.
That's probably why they don't have action movies in.
So, I mean...
Or it's not Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky. Because, it was just... incredible. Fantastical, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Now that... I almost wish you didn't say that, because now it's like... Yeah, I guess there's a reason why they don't get nominated.
Well, you watch this video, and you can think of an action movie where an actor or actress deserves a nomination at an award show. Let me know, because I'm thinking...
I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it at all.
I'm thinking, I'm looking at my movies, and maybe Danny Trejo and Machete.
But then if we're looking at that, then it would have to be yeah,
you know what? If that became the first action movie to get nominated,
that would be fucked up.
That'd be amazing.
That would be fucked up. Yeah, I guess.
Well,
yeah. Well, that's probably why they don't do it.
Okay, Nick Cage and Face Off.
Fuck off, man. I mean, I know we're just saying
Face off.
I know we're just trying to say it so that Nick Cage shows up on the Geek Pants Camcast, but his performance in Face Off is not Oscar worthy, and neither is John Travolta's.
Because it's above the Oscars. it's on a higher level.
Yeah, that's right. Because okay, realistically, I would say Matchstick Men is a better performance for him.
Right. Absolutely.
But then again, it's not an action movie.
Yeah.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Which you won an Oscar for.
Yeah, and there's a good reason for it. But yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's probably why, Christian Bale would get nominated for a movie like Vice, but not for Batman. Or American Psycho, but not for Batman.
Okay, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm a softie for this movie, so it's maybe just me going boring like you did. But Bruce Willis in Armageddon. That end scene with Liv Tyler. Oh, beautiful.
But could you say that Armageddon's like an action flick, though?
It's Michael Bay. So.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because as I was finishing that sentence, I was like, "It's Michael Bay, you fucking idiot." So, yeah, that's an action.
Anyone more action than Michael Bay?
Did you watch Pearl Harbor? That pile of shit movie? Yeah, that was a Michael Bay movie.
That's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce Willis' performance is way better than Shia LaBeouf. It's not saying Transformers.
Yeah.
Or Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf in Transformers was great if you're a fan of Shia LaBeouf. Like, if you watched Even Stevens, you know what I mean? And I did, and I was like, yeah, that guy could actually make it somewhere. I was like, okay, all right. So I was in for that portion. It's every movie after that he's in that you're like, I don't understand how you go from the nerd loser to the guy who saves the world with the giant robots. You fucking teamed up with these giant robots. You picked up a girl that looks a hell of a lot like Megan Fox in her prime. Okay? How you're still this nerdy fucking loser who can't commit to anything. You know? Like, they build him up to here, then they regress him to rebuild him up, then they regress him even worse in the third. I hated him in the third. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. What the hell is the matter with you? Because now you broke up with the chick that looked a lot like Megan Fox, which was, you're batting 1,000. You saved the world twice, okay? Then the third movie rolls around. Now you're with another model-esque woman, okay? Who you shouldn't be getting based on the way you're acting. Completely. And no, even the people around him aren't like, hey, that guy saved the fucking world twice. They're all just like, that guy's a fucking loser. Stay away from him. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. That's why I was glad when he wasn't in the fourth movie. I'm just so glad.
Nothing's bad when you're replaced with Marky Mark.
I think part of it, too, was Fury. Because he tried to go all method. But he did it in the dumbest way possible.
Oh, he's...
I'm gonna rip my own teeth out, and I'm not gonna bathe. So that everyone around me is gonna smell my stank. Like, I feel like even Brad Pitt would have just been like, hey, man, it's cool if you have a shower. Makeup will make you look dirty. Yeah. And then he goes, no, man, I'm method. I'm going method. Whatever, man. Yeah. Whatever. I don't even care.
My paycheck's way bigger than yours.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm
actually like...
And I'm not sticking together.
I'm a world-renowned actor, so much so that when I do garbage movies, people still watch it because I'm that renowned. It's not like you and Bruce Willis where they go, oh, you're in that movie? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to see that movie.
Get rid of LaBeouf.
Yeah, good luck with that shit.
Chris, are you done with Hereditary? Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think I'll ever be done with it, because I will rewatch the shit out of that movie. Oh, yeah. But as far as raving about it, as far as recommending it to everybody that watches our channel, no. I'm done. I'm done with this. Yeah. I'm finished. I can't say anything else.
I can't say anything else. I mean, it's...
There's so many holy fuck moments that still, like, even as we were talking about it, I was just, like, still had that feeling like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. He fucking fell out the window, hits the grass, and I'm like, okay, well, movie's over. Nope.
No, it's still going.
Oh, brushes himself off and goes, hey, horny people, let's do it. Yeah. Let's take over the world. What the fuck? And it wasn't like, oh, okay. It was literally like, I don't even know how to feel about this. I really don't. So, I'm good. I'm done. Yeah. Watch it. If you haven't seen it, watch Hereditary.
Even if you don't like horror movies, if you appreciate film, cinematography, and editing,
exactly,
watch this film.
Writing, pacing, just pacing alone. Yeah. Certain things that you may not notice, you'll notice with this movie. Another thing, if you guys don't watch The Rad Brad, watch The Rad Brad. He's amazing. You got anything else to add?
He doesn't play Hereditary, though.
No, but we talked about video games at the beginning, and I always reference him when we talk about video games. So I thought I'd give a shout out to him.
No, I got nothing else to add.
Okay, all right.
I'll give a shout out to High Def Ninja.
Hey, yes!
Celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. 10 years of High Def Ninja. I've proudly been part of it since 2011. Yes. Long time.
Yes. He tried to bring me into that, and I was like, I can't be bothered.
You got a very small taste.
It's not even that. It was like... Right stuff.
I actually enjoyed your little Babadook piece.
Babadook piece, I was proud of that.
Yes,
I was really proud of
that.
that.
Yeah, it was actually really good. And then that was it.
Well,
hey, you know what? You came, you saw.
And then we decided to conquer Camcasts.
Camcasts.
So
right here.
Thank you, High Def Ninja, especially for 10 years. That's incredible. Like that is absolutely
amazing.
Incredible.
In this day and age, like websites come and go like a flash.
Exactly. So, but does that mean that we can now say High Def Ninja has been Geek Pantsed?
Ooh, we could pants them.
That's kind of what I was going for when I said Geek
Like, we're geeks and we're pantsing them? Is that... But they're ninjas. How do we see them?
You're kind of thinking about this. Well, they're ninjas in high def though.
Right.
So how could we miss them?
Okay, cool. I get it.
You get it?
Clear as day ninjas.
Yeah. So they get geek pantsed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me the logistics.
I'm not.
Because you were shooting it apart.
I'm watching your face. I'm seeing the eyes move. There's thoughts going on.
Yeah.
And I'm with you on that.
Immediately, I'm like, I fucking hate you. That was my main thought. Was what the fuck is he doing? Throw me under the bus. But I guess because I am talking about high def ninja, I'm essentially saying I'm gonna pants them when I see them. Mm-hmm. And then yell out loud, "You've been geek pants!" So naturally, you would.
That should be kind of funny, though. I would laugh at that.
Yeah, you've been geek pants, and like everyone else is going like,
"What does that even mean?"
Is it geek pants?
Is it funny? Should I laugh?
It's our camcast. Yeah, whatever. Buddy.
What's a camcast? I've heard of a podcast. What's a camcast?
Yeah, I know.
A lot of questions.
I know.
There's a lot of questions right now.
They're like, "Oh, it's like a podcast." I'm like, "Yeah, it is, but it's on like camera, so it's a camcast." I didn't come up with the name.
Yeah. That would be me.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, everyone, thank you very much. That was a Hereditary episode.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew.
These pancakes are delicious.